The Inquisition. In a box, the Inquisition. It's out of stock, you can't buy this anywhere online. Hello and welcome to Miniatures Rundown. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mitchell.
And today we've got Kill Team, Ashes of Faith, and also a Warhammer Horus Heresy tank.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess let's start with the Horus Heresy tank.
Yeah.
We'll bury the lead a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It is the old school Vindicator.
Vindicator Siege tank.
Yeah. I will never get around the Imperial Fist colors. I hate the bright yellow.
You don't like yellow?
I don't like the yellow. But I actually kind of like the look of this tank.
So it's a giant demolisher cannon stuffed into a rhino.
Yes.
Or is that a Predator?
No, it's a Rhino.
Oh, Rhino. Okay, yeah.
I think the Rhino and the Predator technically have the same chassis.
Oh.
They just took the inside out for a giant cannon on the top.
Yeah, so it's a demolisher cannon, which if you're an Imperial Guard player like me, you are well and truly familiar with as a thing that goes boom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big flippin' tank with a big flippin' gun.
There is also apparently the centerline mounted Magna laser destroyer.
Yes, you can also build it as a tank hunter.
Cool. Did we want to pop this one open?
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the sprues real quick.
Shing.
So we've got our sprues here.
Yep.
Now, most of this is going to be kind of largely the same because it is, again, just the same chassis.
Yeah.
The real important thing is going to be the one sprue with the gun.
Yeah, is the big boy cannon over here. It's got some interesting stuff on it. It looks like it's got some bolters, flamers, just normal, and then the ramming bits.
Now,
I'm gonna put this over
so
here.
let's use this as a opportunity for discussion here while we have the sprues on screen.
Okay.
Is this better or worse than just having all of these different kits in one more expensive kit that just had a bunch of options, a la the Lehman Russ or the Baneblade?
That's a good question. I think.
Personally, I feel like they're milking it.
Oh well, yeah, they're definitely milking it. They're like, this is a tank with this weapon, and then 2 weeks later, it's like, look, the same tank with a different weapon. They could definitely put some of these together. I think it would be closer to the previous Lehman Russ kit, where it's like, this tank with these 3 options, this tank with these 3 options.
That's a good point.
Rather than like, there is 1 gun in here. Or 2, I guess, if you have the laser destroyer thing.
Overall,
yeah,
it's a good-looking kit, and I'm always happy to see more bad resin things in plastic.
Oh, yeah. Every single thing they print from resin into plastic makes me happy. I don't even care.
Yep, even if I had never planned to play or paint this thing,
Yep.
The fact that it exists makes me happy for someone not having to deal with a forge-rolled resin tank.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, good stuff. It's a Rhino. It has big guns. It looks better than the current Rhino because that Rhino is 20 years old.
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
So I could see people just buying this and using them as 40k Rhinos or Razorbacks or Vindicators or whatever. But, I mean, they're going to be more expensive because it's Horus Heresy and not the old kit.
There's a bit of a tax on Horus Heresy vehicles.
There is.
It's like they know.
Sorry, you said you could have stopped that sentence 1 word early. It's a bit of a tax on Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
Anyway, good looking kit.
Now, we're going to open Ashes of Faith now. So just a reminder for Ashes of Faith. This is the last kill team of this. It's the in-between seasons.
Yeah, it's not the last in the season because that was Gallowfall.
Where the Gallo-Dark literally fell out of the sky on the planet.
Where the Gallowfall.
Spoiler. So this is not in Gallowfall. This
Nope.
does not come with terrain in any way, shape, or form.
Nope, no terrain.
What it comes with is an absolute buttload of minis.
Mm-hmm. It does.
You get 7 Inquisitorial Agents.
Yep.
You get 5 Tempestus Scions, 5 Sisters of Silence, and how many Chaos Cultists?
10
cultists, 5 Dark Commune, 3 Torments, and 5 Mutants.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing new in this box is the Inquisition Agents.
Yep. Everything else was previously put in its own box. The Mutants and Torments came together. The Dark Commune was a separate box. The Devotees were a separate box. And the Scions and Sisters of Silence are pretty old at this point.
Yes. Although they're pretty old, but they're new plastic in the sense of they're this generation of plastic.
Yes.
So they hold up very, very well. They're very sharp sculpts.
They're not Tyranids
No.
or Eldar.
Yeah, that's why I want to say when you say they're old, pretty old. I wanted to clarify they're old, but like they're still real good.
They're
sculpts.
like 7th, 8th edition.
Right.
Not 5th
The only
edition.
thing I don't like about the Scions is those antennas break so easily.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
All of my Scions have broken antennas.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bother.
Now, you did the math at one point, and we can pause if you don't remember it. How much is just the chaos half of this box worth?
Oh, that's easy. So this box, all in all, is $160 MSRP.
Yes.
The chaos half is $160 MSRP. It's 55 for the Dark Commune and the Mutants and Torments, and 50 for the Devotees.
And that is why you can't get this box anywhere except from Scalpers right now.
Yep, because it's a stupidly good deal.
I mean, check your local gaming store. They might have it.
Yep.
But I double-checked. The Warhammer community email that you get if you're subscribed about each week's pre-orders arrived in my email inbox at 12:03.
Yep.
This thing sold out before 12:01 hit.
Yep.
In United States Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
So, literally, the email reminding me this existed arrived after it had stopped existing. Now, we've talked a little bit about maybe the whys of this is happening.
Yeah.
The running theory is that they've ramped up production of Leviathan so high, everything else is by the wayside.
Yeah.
But that still really, really sucks.
It does. And I happen to know, because I tried to order one, that you could only order one of these boxes at a time. Previously, they would let you order 3. Like Gallowfall, you could order up to 3 per order. This was 1.
Now, they did not deploy their anti-bot system for this. They did not deploy their queue system. So
I haven't seen that queue in a very long time.
No.
Which is strange.
Which is weird. The last time we saw it was for Octarius.
Was it?
I believe so.
Wow.
It's been quite a long time. Which is a shame because the Inquisition, maybe you remember this, but ever since Kill Team Last Edition came out, like the 2017 Kill Team came out, people have been asking for, when do I get to play my Inquisition in Kill Team? This has been one of the most requested items in the Kill Team sphere for 7 years.
Yeah, something like that.
And we finally got it. And we're going to talk a little bit about the rules, but it kind of lives up to what you want from an Inquisition Kill Team.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is so incredibly, terribly throttled is just a real shame.
It is. It really sucks. The only benefit I can see is that as soon as you get a hold of the rules, it's kind of easy to play even without the box.
That's a great point because the Chaos half is completely available.
Yeah, if you've already bought all of that stuff, or you're okay paying a lot more, to be fair, you can play
a
with
lot
them.
more, but MSRP.
Yeah, but MSRP. This being a stupidly good deal, notwithstanding, if you already have all those models, if you have Scions, I've already seen people custom building the
I was about to bring up kit bashing.
Yeah.
Inquisition is kind of a kit basher's dream. Because you can just kind of do anything with any of it. This is an excellent opportunity once they release the rules.
Yeah.
But that's a problem is a key phrase there.
Yeah.
We have to wait for them to release the rules.
Yeah.
It would be completely and utterly unethical to suggest that finding the rules elsewhere would be a solution.
Yeah, how dare you? I mean, you would never, I would never.
No.
No one on this channel would ever.
But people will do that because they can't get them elsewhere and they want to play Inquisition.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
I think, I don't know how feasible this is, but I think this would be a lot less of a shame if this and the book came out together.
Or if they just put the Inquisition rules as a free PDF online.
Yeah, which they've done a few times now.
I would understand, because this also contains a full campaign.
Yeah.
I would understand not putting that for free.
Yeah.
You know, the campaign
this is
locked
the
in here.
campaign book, or the campaign box.
But especially given that the Dark Commune is already existing models, put them for free online.
Yeah.
Put the PDF out and just say, like they did for the Intercessors.
Yep.
Because they were like, with that, the idea was, hey, you've got Intercessors, you've got Assault Intercessors, because you all bought Indomitus.
Yeah.
Here's some rules, and they're pretty good and fun. They could do the same thing here and allay a lot of the concerns.
Yeah.
Because this is concerning not from just concerning, upsetting from a model's perspective and a rules perspective.
Yeah.
The double whammy of bad.
I just hope that the Inquisition and the books come out fast.
That's what I'm hoping, but with 40K 10th edition on the horizon, it's gonna be a bit.
Probably. At least a month, I think.
Yeah, and that kind of sucks.
It does.
Well, with that out of the way, let's crack open this box you can't buy.
All right. First we have, we're just going to look at all the sprues, even though only one of them is new.
So let me see, that's...
So this is the mutants for the Chaos team.
Sisters of Silence?
Yeah, let's do the Chaos first, because we're going to end with the Inquisition.
Yeah.
So let's pop that over there. So yeah, that's the mutants, which are fantastic sculpts. They're like...
Commune.
They are...
Scions.
Basically the Chaos cultists turning into spawn.
Yes.
So they are like popping out of the skin of the cultists. They are grotesque and horrible, but they're so cool for Chaos players.
This is better than what Games Workshop normally does with models turning into other models.
Yes.
Because normally they just make you buy the whole kits.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
go, oh, you got pink horrors and you want blue horrors? Buy the blue horrors separately, you schmuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a brimstones? Guess what you have to buy? In this, they gave you all the steps of this glorious evolution in one box.
Which is awesome. Those are the... make sure
That's the Dark Commune.
This is the Dark Commune, which are, again, fantastic. It's basically in 40K, it is a HQ slot for 5 models. In this, they are all in Kill Team. They're all separate models, and they're kind of like your specialists.
Yeah.
So there's the 2 guys with the big swords, and then there's the 1 psyker, the leader, and the priest. I don't remember if the leader is the priest or if he's separate.
The leader is, there's the psyker, the leader who's like the shouty guy,
Yeah.
and then kind of the priest. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there's those 3, and then the 2 guards that are the giant swords.
The 2 sword guys have an interesting rule where they want to be near each other all the time.
Yeah.
Because you can activate them staggered and also stagger their actions within that activation.
Mm-hmm.
So you can charge, fight with support,
Which is stupidly
which is
good.
astoundingly amazing.
Yeah.
We'll get a little bit into the full rules of this and why one of these kill teams might be a problem. And then last but certainly not least, completely stuffed onto 1 sprue, which I didn't realize before.
Yeah, I didn't realize either. But I guess since they're monopose, it kind of makes sense that they would be... I guess I don't know how many options they have, like, build-wise. But it makes sense that they would be, like, pretty packed in there.
Yeah.
So the whole point of this kill team is that you can mutate your guys. You have your basic cultists, and then you can mutate them into the... What are they called? The warp spawn?
It's you mutate your devotees,
Yeah, mutants.
who are into mutants.
Yeah.
And then your mutants into torments.
Yeah. And they get stronger and stronger, but like the devotees have pistols because, you know,
The
it's
devotees are terrible.
Yeah, the devotees are terrible.
They're guardsmen, but worse.
Yeah. And then the mutant, I keep saying the mutants, the middle ones, the warp spawn.
Those are mutants.
No, the mutants. Oh no, you're right. The warp spawn are the big ones.
No, those are torments.
God dang it.
Yeah, there's no
Okay.
warp spawn. I don't know
There's
why
no
you
warp
keep-
spawn. I don't know why I'm saying that. Anyway, so basically your middle guys are decent, but you have to upgrade them, and then your the giant guys, torments, are insane, but they have like no ranged weapons. They can't do actions. They can't blah blah blah. They just kill stuff. And
Neither
that's what
can
they
your
do.
mutants.
I thought they could do it on a check of some kind.
I don't believe so.
No? Okay.
There might be one tactic you can use to have your mutants do something.
It might be a tactic, though.
But yeah, in general, your devotees are the ones doing the actions,
Mm-hmm.
but they're really bad in combat. If they survive combat,
Mm-hmm.
or if your leader shouts at them, they can mutate, and then they can mutate again.
Have you ever had your boss shout at you so hard you turned into a demon?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm flashing back to Fight Club in the scene where he fights himself in his boss's office.
I'm picturing a mutant with a Karen haircut.
Conversion opportunity.
One of these inquisitors saying, "I'd like to see your manager."
Give me your manager! Oh my god, this box is so heavy. I was gonna put it down, but no, we're gonna leave it up there.
And so let's go now to the Inquisition half of things.
Yep.
First off, the oldest of these classics, which is the Scion sprues.
Yep.
Worth noting that just like the normal Scion sprues, that is also the Scion Command Squad sprue.
Yep.
So it comes with all those bits.
Awesome. Love it. More options is better. I don't really like. I've always had this problem with that box is that it's only 5 models.
Yeah.
Which does suck because all of the other guard ones are 10 models for a box. But yeah, whatever. I'll deal with it.
In this case, you can only take 5.
Yeah.
So
In this specifically, it's fine.
yep. Here's some Sisters of Silence. I've always liked their knightly helmets.
Yeah.
And
details out.
we'll talk a little bit about the Inquisition rules as well.
Yep.
Basically, the Inquisition, you get to bring either one of 2 options. 10 Inquisition guys, or 6 Inquisition guys and 5 of basically a retinue.
Right.
And that retinue can be any one of the following options. Scions, Sisters of Silence, those come in the box. But also Breachers, Urbides, Kazarkin, and Normal Guard.
Oh, really? I didn't know you could do the normal guard.
Yeah, Veteran Guardsmen.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
So you have...
It is a ridiculously customizable team.
And the rules reflect that because you get, instead of a 20-man roster, you get a 30-man roster.
Yeah, so you have all the options.
You can essentially bring every single option. And like, remember, in Kill Team, you get to pick what your models you're bringing off your roster after you meet your opponent. So if you're fighting the Thousand Sons,
Yep.
and you want a little anti-psyker action, well, you bring your Sisters of Silence.
That's awesome.
You need some range damage, you bring I mean, honestly, we'll talk about this a little bit later when we do our deeper dive, because we're going to do deeper dives in both of these. But it's going to be hard not to just bring breachers for everything against everything
Really?
else.
You think so?
Breachers are really good.
So are Kazakhin.
Not when they lose their faction rules, which they don't keep
that's
when
true.
they are an inquisitorial retinue.
That's true.
Breachers are good on their war scrolls.
They are.
Kazakhin suck without their elite points.
Yeah, that's fair.
That being said, I believe the Kazakhin can bring, a Melta, a hot shot, and a plasma. So maybe it's just, if you have enough big guns, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I've heard that big guns never tire. Is what I've heard.
I like big guns, and I cannot lie.
Oh, okay. We went 2 different directions with that.
You Inquisitors can't deny.
And this is the brand new one for the Inquisition themselves.
When that servitor walks in with a plasma cannon in your face, you get...
I love the silence that you had before that because you were trying to think of a line.
No, I was trying to let you talk and not be totally rude.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. And so, yeah, these are the newest sculpts, the only new sculpts in the box. And they're a little too... Maybe I'm just used to GW because everyone says that GW's models are too busy. These guys look a little boring to me.
They're very, very deliberately calling back to the John Blanche inquisitorial artwork.
Which is why I don't care because I don't care about any of it.
Which is also before my time.
Right.
But it is a simpler style. Like the guy with the halberd, who everyone's talking about,
Yeah, because he is the coolest in the box.
I hate to say this, a simpler time. When everything was a little less busy. If you compare those guys to the Dark Commune, everyone's favorite Ring Wraith cosplayers, they are much less busy.
Now I want to use them as ring wraiths in Lord of the Rings. Don't
Probably could.
Don't at me.
At him and tell him it's a great
No,
idea.
don't at me. Wait, do at me. That's
Yeah.
We're talking.
Anyway, I love these models. I know you're a little less hot on them.
I'm less hot on them. There's some cool stuff in there, but not all of them really call to me.
I like these more than things like your Inquisitor Greyfax or your Eisenhorn.
Yeah.
To me, are a little more busy.
That's true.
I like
They're
this simple...
Bloodborne cosplayers.
Yeah, I like this. I've got a robe and a gun, and
Yeah.
I'm going to find some heresy, and something's going to happen.
I'm going to turn around this corner. I swear there'll be heresy there. And if not, I'm just going to shoot him anyway. The rest of the stuff in the box, we're going to leave that up just in case. The rest of the stuff in the box, we have the normal Ashes of Faith book, which I think is separate. I don't know. It looks like it's in here.
They do give you a board, a kill team board, by the way. Oh, no, they don't. Sorry. No, these are tokens.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of tokens.
Yeah, there's a lot of tokens.
So the Ashes of Faith book, which is going to have the rules for both these factions and the campaign rules. I think.
Yes.
Then we have
The tactics cards.
the tactics cards.
These
There's-
are reusable stickers and a place to put them.
Oh,
So,
that's
one
cool.
of the things about this box is that this is an incredibly campaign-focused box. Very campaign-focused. It's kind of weird because they're charging $160 for it for essentially $200 worth of models.
Yeah.
Maybe 210.
Yeah.
Because you said the Chaos half is worth,
Is worth $160. It's the price of the
and
box.
his sisters and the Kazakhin are both worth 45.
Yeah,
And then
45-ish.
50 for the it's going to be 60 for the Inquisition. I mean, worth being a general term here because this is GW. And
Yeah, MSRP. We're going to go with
nothing
MSRP.
nothing's worth what they charge. So this is maybe $300 of models, $300 of models for $160. And on top of that, this is an incredibly deep, replayable, self-contained campaign system.
Right.
Where one player is playing the Inquisition, trying to root out the heresy on this planet, and the other player is playing the heresy on that planet. Yeah.
Because they're the cool ones.
Yeah. So from what I've read of the rules, it does seem pretty stacked against the Inquisition in this case.
Really?
Yeah. And legacy campaign is the wrong term, but your decisions and the outcomes of the battles affect later outcomes and later difficulties. So like there's a battle where the heresy folks are trying to get one guy to like be offered as a sacrifice so he can get super buffed into like a chaos spawn.
Makes sense.
If that happens, then you have this really awesome guy on your roster. And if the Inquisition wins, you don't.
Makes sense.
Those stickers, they say, are reusable.
Sure. We'll see.
We'll see. We do plan to play this.
We do.
Because we've talked about in our Necromundowns up here
That's
somewhere where we love campaign systems.
We do.
And one of our complaints for the reason we don't love Kill Team's campaign systems is they're not terribly deep or in depth.
Yeah.
We will see.
We will see. I would love to play this.
Now, we talked a little bit about the rules. We're not going to go super into it today because this video is long enough, and we want to do a real deep dive on these two factions. But basically, the Inquisition is all about being super, super modular.
Yeah.
You get
Very
to,
customizable,
yep.
which is awesome.
The big downside to the Inquisition is that you cannot build all the variants with that box.
Yeah.
Which is a big problem when you can't buy another box.
Yeah.
Games Workshop, sell me my models that I want to buy. I want to give you money, but you won't take my money.
Yeah. I'm sure they would take your money, just not going to give you anything in return.
Punch, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do some kit bashing, which
Sure.
I love kit bashing. That's not a bad thing,
No,
but
it's
I
not.
would like just to have them.
Yeah, it'd be great to just be able to have the stuff that we want.
So the Inquisition is all about modularity, and the Chaos side is all about maybe being a little broken.
Maybe a little broken. We'll see.
So the problem is, as you discussed, like you start out with 15 guys.
Yep.
You start out with 5 Commune, your HQs, and then 10 cultists.
Yep.
That
Which
alone is already...
I think the highest in
It
the
is,
game.
yes.
Yeah. I think the previous highest was 14.
Yes, because guardsmen could take 10 guardsmen and 4 backups.
Yeah.
So the highest in the game. And now, they're not very good, but every time they transform, they full heal.
Yep.
And then starting with your second transformation, you get a 5-up anti-damage roll, 5-up ward, a 5-up feel no pain.
Yep.
5-up feel no pain is so overpowered that they took it from the Gellerpox and replaced it with a 6-up.
Yes. Because Gellerpox were Death Guard, and that's what Death Guard had. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is fine. And it wasn't fine.
It was not fine.
They're still really good.
This seems like the most powerful part of Death Guard, except not Death Guard, of Gellerpox, who were already dominating, made even more because now you can go even wider.
Yeah.
There is a limit to how many terrors torments you can have on the board.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically if you're fighting these guys, you have to get kills. Don't leave them alive.
Yeah,
because they'll transform and full heal.
Yeah, the leader will go like, hey, you get better. And he's like, okay. And he just breaks out of his skin and full heals. He's fine.
Coming out of his cage, and he's been doing just fine.
Yeah, he's been doing some heresy. But yeah, I'm super excited to put these guys together. I don't have any of the Chaos models, even though I am a longtime Chaos Space Marines player, just because I've been focusing on other stuff.
No, it's $160 a models.
It's $160 a models, and if I can get, so I'm looking forward to putting them together, playing them as a team. They look super fun to play. I love all the sculpts because they're all brand new with the 9th edition codex for Chaos Space Marines, and yeah, I'm just hyped to put them together.
Yeah, and I am pumped for the Inquisition.
Heck yeah!
Which I love that old style Inquisition. I don't love the newer Baroque armor witch hat Inquisition.
See, I like that more than old style.
Yeah, no, that's okay to disagree.
Yeah.
Because I'll just use them to shoot you in the head.
Yeah,
while you're
it's
playing the Chaos guys. Maybe that's why they went to heresy.
Maybe.
They're like Baroque armor, and I'm like, no.
They put on one extra like clip on their gun, and they're like, heretic!
Busy model.
Anyway, so look forward to a deeper dive onto these models. And until then, I've been Mitchell.
I've been Josh.
Bye!
Heresy.